We're seeing more and more riders swinging their legs over e-bikes every day. So we've headed down to Mid Wales to meet up with two of the very best freestyle riders in the UK right now and joining them for their first ride to see how they get on and giving them a few little tips and tricks along the way. So this is Matt Jones. He's a Red Bull athlete, slopestyle and dirt jump rider who's competed all over the world with many podium finishes. This guy loves supercars. He's got a Lamborghini on the drive in trails in his own backyard. So this is Vero Sandler. She's our top freestyle rider who has a massive trick bag and huge style on the bike. She's an ex-World Cup downhill racer with many amazing video sections. Not only is she backyard trails, she has a signature jump trail line at Revolution Bike Park, and I think we're heading there later on. Right, so here we are today at Revolution Bike Park for a session with Matt and Vero on their first ride on their spanking new e-bikes. Now, heard there was a few issues. Matt, setting your bike up?
More than one issue. I didn't know how to turn it on.
You didn't know how to turn it on?
I had my foot on the pedal for like 20 minutes, just constantly turning it off and on. I couldn't go anywhere.
Fault code was on, is it?
A fault, yeah, like an error code, but I didn't know that was an error code. It just didn't work.
Yeah.
And then I swapped the wheels. I've like put all my sponsor parts on it. And I wasn't aware that there's a magnet in the wheel, so I put in a wheel off my other bike. Yeah. Again, it didn't go anywhere. So it turns out there's a lot more to it than meets the eye. But once you got it sussed, it's pretty sick. And we've just ridden here over through the hills. Yeah. And getting pulled up a hill by motor's magic. It's new,
cool, isn't it?
New for both of us, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Vero, how are you finding it?
Good.
Good, you enjoying it?
Just getting used to it, yeah. Had a couple rides and absolutely loving it so far.
And you normally hit this stuff on your trail bike, right?
Yeah, normally like either downhill bike or trail bike, but like I said, I've had a couple rides on this, just on like kind of steep, technical, slippery stuff. Yeah. I've never jumped it before, so I have no idea how that's going to be.
Different.
Yeah.
Cool.
Heavy.
Heavy.
Do you feel the weight when you jump them? That's my only concern.
No, I think the weight helps, especially on those bigger jumps.
Can't help.
It does help. Definitely compresses the bike into
helps you stay
not much
low.
effort. Yeah, it's a lot more stable. I'm sure we're going to be seeing some decent aerial manoeuvres from yourself, Matt.
Well, we'll see. It's going to be a novel experience pedalling up Revolution Bike Park.
Yeah, you usually be sat in that uplift. So, should we head up?
Yeah, let's do it.
Right, so you must have been up this hill 100 times in an uplift truck, but now we're riding up. How sick is this?
So good.
It's better.
It's way better, isn't it? Get warmed up, ready to hit that trail.
I was an e-bike skeptic.
That's true.
My
It's
whole
a nice
life.
warm-up, isn't it, without getting absolutely ripped.
It's sat there next to these sweaty, stinking blokes in the uplift talking about bikes all the way up.
And you have to sit on a wet seat that someone else's arse has made wet. My arse has made this one wet. I'm all right with that.
Cruising.
Easy.
I haven't even broken a sweat.
So easy on the way up, wasn't it?
So chill.
How was that for your first uplift on the e-bike versus sitting in that Land Rover then?
I'm completely sold.
Completely sold? You ready for it?
I'm interested to know what it feels like on the way down, especially with jumps. You said it feels better. I can't see how weight can feel better, but... Yeah,
definitely. I think what would be a massive thing for you is how the weight affects the grip and the stability of it. Suspension's going to be way better. You're going to have way more grip. Just point and shoot on that tech stuff.
I can't believe we just rode up a mountain.
I know, easy.
Super quick. How quick do you think that? 5 minutes?
Yeah, something like that, 5 minutes. So you could just, I actually did a race here against the uplift, and I think it was 20 seconds different from the uploading and getting off and dropping into the trail.
That is mad.
That's it?
Yeah, 20 seconds.
No way.
I think it's more comfortable riding up than being crammed in one of those as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're pretty
You're just cruising.
nightmare.
Warmed up, ready to go as well, so.
How would you, like, because freeride is basically just jumps. How do you actually jump an e-bike? Anything else you have to do?
Yeah, load it up a little bit more than you would do a regular bike. I think you'd be surprised because you end up probably over jumping jumps than you would do on your regular trail bike, on your e-bike. So I think the best way is if we drop in, see how it goes, yeah?
So obviously we rode up in boost mode, but what would you like descend in?
Descend in? Well, to be fair, you're probably going to be over that limiter anyway, so you're going to be over 60 mile an hour here in the UK. So these bikes, it depends how much effort you want to put in. Obviously, if you come to a standstill on the trail or you're not flowing that well, then yeah, boost mode is going to bring you up to speed that little bit quicker. But I think personally, I'd ride this in boost mode because why not? You know, you're going to be above that limiter. You're not going to be using any more battery than you would in eco or trail. So boost mode all the way, I reckon. Does
it take a bit of getting used to, like, if you're accelerating, say if you like slow down into a turn and then you pedal out, will it feel sketchy for me because I'm not really
Probably not. It won't catch it. It's not like a motorbike. You're not going to have that massive boost. It just gives you that bit more assistance than it would do a regular bike. But yeah, I think it's just a learning curve basically. So I think head down this trail, get used to these bikes on the smaller jumps. Then I really want to head to Vision Line later to show you what these bikes are really capable of.
You can give us a demo.
Not much time to get into it then.
Yeah, you'll be all right. You're used to this stuff. Right, who's leading?
Go on, mate.
Off.
See you in a bit.
Oh no!
Right.
Sick.
That was all good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How was the jump experience on the eaves then?
I gotta say that you're probably right.
Yeah?
I was a bit skeptical when you're saying how good they were on jumps, but
it's planted,
I'm a
isn't
believer. It does feel sick.
And how many runs did we get in with like no effort riding back to the top?
Yeah, we did like
7, 8.
Yeah.
7, 8 runs, so pretty dialed in. How did you find it, Matt?
The main thing is the fact that we did so many laps.
Yeah, exactly.
I wasn't ready to do a 360 on it, but you know, it's true, that's not why we're on e-bikes today.
Exactly, and I think that's a great thing about if you're a novice rider as well, the amount of riding you can get in on an e-bike, like you can practice that.
Yeah.
If you're on a normal bike, you'd probably push up there 3 times and be like, I'm over it, but on an e-bike, you can just smash it like 10 times, progress and move on to the next stuff.
I never thought about that,
Exactly.
That's sick, that is sick.
And talking of progression, Vision Line, you know a bit about this, Ferry?
A bit, yeah.
Talk us about this line.
Well, yeah, like was it last year? Yeah, me and Adidas did a movie, and then Vision Line was like the end product of the movie. We like designed it with the guys from Revs, and they built an amazing jump line.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's sick that it's left there in the park and it's open for people to ride like whenever they want.
And what are you thinking about hitting it? You'd never hit this size jumps on your e-bike before, have you? So
no.
This is definitely going to be a learning curve, I think.
It did my confidence went up a little bit when I rode down there, but it's still a lot bigger than those little tables down there, so
yeah,
I am still very nervous.
This is the true test. But I think the great thing about this is you've got that climb again on an e-bike. It's a perfect elevation to climb back up.
Yeah.
When I sessioned this, I just did it jump by jump, one at a time.
Cool.
And just learned it that way.
Cool.
And the e-bike was the ultimate tool for it. So
cool.
You up for giving this a go?
Yeah, I am nervous, even though I've done this line a million times. I'm still pretty nervous.
Nice, let's do it.
We'll see.
You went pretty deep on that last one, didn't you? God. So how was that for your first ride through Vision on the Ebs then?
Better than I thought, definitely.
They carry speed real like, hence that.
Yeah, exactly. They carry speed, don't they?
Yeah.
And the effort as well, did you find like you don't have to preload it as much as the other bikes? You just sort of cruise and flow, isn't it?
Point and shoot. Didn't you say that earlier?
I did on the tech stuff. So that's jumping done. I think head down, this last little tech trail, back down to the car, head down to the pub.
Yeah.
Let's go.
right, so that's so good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that wraps up our session here at Revolution just as the sun goes down, but it's been an epic day on the e-bikes, hasn't it?
Very epic.
So good.
So good. What was your best thing? What was the thing? Matt, what did you like and dislike about your e-bike today?
In general, I wasn't a true believer. We're in a later to the e-bike party than a lot of bike brands, but I think they've smashed it.
Definitely.
And as an activity, like to come to Revolution and not use the uplift feels ridiculous. It does feel weird, doesn't it? I've ridden here loads. So that's a good experience.
And Vero, what did you like and dislike today as well?
Like I said before, like I probably would never have brought an e-bike to Revs if I hadn't have come today. And I'll definitely be back on one because it's so much fun. And like I'm super used to just pushing up vision line over and over, and it's pretty tiring after a while.
Definitely.
You start to feel like a bit knackered on the jumps, but I literally feel like brand new right now. So
nice, that's so good.
Yeah.
So where, both of you, so with these bikes, and where do you see that hole in your riding discipline coming from these bikes? Will it replace a downhill bike? Will it replace a cross-country bike? Will it replace a jump bike, Matt?
It won't replace a jump bike, Chris. I know you're digging around for me to saying, can't wait to do a double backflip on one. I might. But I never did long rides. I'm embarrassed to say that I hate pedalling. So like pedalling up to the top of that hill did feel like, genuinely felt crazy. It was a cool experience. So it will tick that box. I think I'll ride further, ride for longer. But then at the same time, when we were doing jumps, I found that I could still kind of make shapes. And it isn't that, and that's what surprised me the most. So
stability in that.
I don't know what it's replaced. I think it's just an additional edge on mountain biking.
And Vero, where do you see this bike fitting in your riding?
I wouldn't say I would fully replace a trail bike, but I'd say I'd probably spend a lot more time on this than on a normal trail bike, especially if I'm riding, like depending on where I'm riding, but if I'm riding around locally to me, this hill is super steep. And because of that, we normally just like find little sections and we'll just ride those over and over. But on this, I'll definitely just do full laps.
Top to bottom every time.
Rather than just hitting a couple turns.
Definitely. Nice. But
Sweet.
Let us know what you think about today's ride here on EMBN with Vero and Matt. It's been an absolutely epic day out. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to us here on EMBN and give us a find and follow on social media too. Cheers for watching and cheers for an epic day.
Legend.
Thanks for having us.
No worries.
Nice one.